That down. Let's move on to this, shall we? We just got back from CinemaCon and saw some new Thunderbolts footage. So when I saw a new Thunderbolts trailer had dropped today, I thought it was just the footage we saw at CinemaCon. It is not. And we found out in here that it's not just one version of the new trailer. There are multiple versions of a new trailer that are out there right now. Particularly, you should go seek out the one that's on MCU or Marvel India, because the one that's on Marvel India, I think, is even better. But basically, it's a Sentry. It's a Sentry and Void trailer.
Yeah.
And they really do set it up a little bit better now, because we have Valentina basically saying, the Avengers are gone. I've got a new hero who's more powerful, she literally says, than all the Avengers rolled into one. He is Earth's mightiest hero, Sentry. And then you hear the words that you can only assume is Sentry/Void going, why would a god take orders from anyone? And things go bad. And then, of course, when that goes bad, who's going to try to save the day? The Avengers, which they have not told us why, are not available. But we've got the Thunderbolts. All right. Couple things stood out to me about this. And by the way, terrific shot, especially in the Indian version, at the end of Florence Pugh doing some truly Black Widow stuff. That looked beautiful. The flips and everything, that looked flawless. It's a trope that we've seen before. I just go back to Godzilla versus Kong, right? We are creating the hero that's going to be the best thing ever. And then it turns out that thing, the Mecha Godzilla, turns out being actually a real big problem and a real threat. And we've seen that before, where somebody goes, no, we have the thing that's going to protect the world. And then that thing ends up being the thing that threatens the world. So that's nothing new. But I got to tell you what, I mean, Ray wasn't in the room with me when I watched it. I kind of wish she was. But when she holds up Sentry's belt, I'm kind of like, I kind of got little chills about that. And just seeing Void wiping out everybody. Now, look, Ray and I had a quick discussion. Ray's like, please don't tell me you're going to have the Thunderbolts take down Sentry and Void. There is no way the Thunderbolts are going to take down Sentry. No way. I think their best option is likened unto Captain America taking down Red Hulk. Didn't actually take him down. He talked him down.
Right.
And so whether it's something like they have to retrieve some kind of MacGuffin that will kind of force Void to revert back to Sentry or something, it's going to be something like that. They're not going to straight up, Winter Soldier's not going to go up and punch Sentry in the face.
Well, he will, but he won't last long.
Yes, he will, but it's not going to go well. That sort of thing. But either way, the North American trailer kind of focused more on Void. The Indian trailer focused a little bit more on Sentry, but also a lot of Void. Either way, I think this one gave us our best idea of the basic story. Valentina decides she's going to introduce a new hero to kind of take over the world. Unfortunately, she can't control it. The Thunderbolts come in and away we go. I have loved everything I've seen from the Thunderbolts. I loved what we saw prior to CinemaCon. I loved what we saw at CinemaCon. I gotta say, I love these trailers as well. They may not be the A24 Thunderbolts trailer, which is still one of the most creative things I've seen in marketing from Marvel in forever, but I loved these trailers. Guys, we want to take a second to thank a sponsor of today's video, Hungryroot. Okay, so I'm sure you guys can all relate to this. Spring hits and suddenly life goes from like 0 to 100. Busy season is officially in full swing over here. And honestly, who's got time to go grocery shopping? That's where Hungryroot comes in. See, because Hungryroot is like having your own personal shopper. I told them my goals and they started curating groceries for me that actually fit my life. Be it smoothies, snacks, salad kits, even ready to eat meals. All clean ingredients, no artificial junk. This week, I got the grilled turkey tenderloin with pesto grilled veggies, and it was amazing. And I got my usual protein-packed snacks. It's like they're learning my taste better than I even know myself. And the best part is, I don't have to waste time driving to the grocery store and wandering the aisles. That's time I can spend doing literally absolutely anything else. Guys, I love Hungryroot. Take advantage of this exclusive offer. For a limited time, get 40% off your first box, plus get a free item in every box for life. Go to hungryroot.com/Campea and use the code Campea. That's hungryroot.com/Campea, code Campea, to get 40% off your first box and a free item of your choice for life. hungryroot.com/Campea, code Campea. Anyway, Chris, you saw both versions of the new trailers that came out. What did you take away from them?
I love that we are
letting everyone know that Sentry was a choice that our own government, or at least the people who are trying to vie for government positions, created or has lofted. I am so glad we have that established. Before, we kept seeing this kind of shadowy figure, right? Of, ooh, here's our new threat. It is so much more sinister and so much more enticing to me of, and we made him. Oops. Oh no. Oh no, he won't listen to us now. I find that to be a much more enjoyable story. And I love that we know a little bit more about the why of them having to be the ones here, right? We still don't know about where the Avengers are, who's going to be on that lunchbox, etc. But it's nice to have well, we tried to make an Avenger. Can someone fix it? Yeah. Can someone clean up after us? And I think that's a really fun plot. Because before it's just been for some reason, these guys are together. I like that we're getting a little bit more of that story, but I'm not being bombarded with plot points. I like that all the trailers have been pieces of kind of the other things we've seen. Marvel has a tendency, as we all know, because we have complained about it ourselves, of this trailer showed me too much. This trailer didn't show me enough. This is the Goldilocks situation, I feel. Everything about the Thunderbolts has been just right, where I know enough about this movie and I keep getting more excited about seeing it, but I don't feel like I'm getting things spoiled for me or know the entirety of what this movie's going to be.
Here's a wild thought. We are less than a month away from Thunderbolts now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It's still kind of, like forever, it's been that movie that's still years away. We are like 3.5 weeks away from Thunderbolts coming out. Anyway, Rob, I got to tell you, man, I kind of shivered when I heard Void say, "Why would a god take orders from anybody?" I love that. Anyway, what did you think about the spots?
Same thing. I mean, look, I've been loving watching Void smoke those people running. You know, there's nothing better than watching innocent civilians running away from something getting slaughtered by whatever it is they're running away from. It's except ninjas. But I think it looks really compelling because, you know, they have to deal with the central existential threat of how are they going to deal with Sentry? What happens to the MCU when you have a character like Sentry in it? And that to me makes that's compelling storytelling for me personally. Like, I didn't feel that Captain America Brave New World brought anything intellectually stimulating to the mix
Not
of
at
the
all.
storytelling. And, you know, even with Infinity War, when it began, it's like the Avengers were fractured. Are they going to get back together? You know, Tony Stark would not call Steve Rogers on his phone. And so there was something interesting happening. So I really love this new threat that we have that's specific to this film and these characters. I mean, I love team building movies where the misfits, like the Dirty Dozen, have to come together and make it work. So this film is appealing to me on a number of different levels, and it looks, I gotta say, it looks really good. The more I see from it, the more normally I'm like, I don't want to see anything more, but they really haven't showed us that much. It seems like we're just getting more from the same stuff, which I love how Marvel does that. I'm really excited for this movie, John. I think it looks really good. I think I'm excited to be excited about a Marvel movie again. So I'm pretty stoked. I mean, I'm going to be there, with bells on.
People still look at me kind of funny when I say that, like people always ask me like, "Oh, John, how excited are you for Fantastic Four?" I'm like, I'm excited for Fantastic Four.
Yeah.
I am. But I'm more excited for Thunderbolts. And
Look,
it's crazy that I feel that way.
Every IP, every franchise is one movie away from being great again. So,
yeah, and listen, here's the thing. I don't expect this movie's going to be massive at the box office. Like, Florence Pugh and Sebastian Stan are your biggest headlines in this. So there's no like A-list stars in it. It's a very unknown team sort of thing. It's been a lot of characters who have been playing second, third, or fourth level fiddles in the MCU up until this point. I don't think it's going to have a massive opening weekend. The real question for this film is going to be, what is its weekend number 2 and number 3
Right.
and number 4? Does word of mouth start to generate about this movie? I mean, I'm expecting this thing to probably make about $70 million opening weekend, 60, $70 million.
unless it's really good.
But I mean, people got to see it and word of mouth has got to get
Yeah.
out that it's
Yeah.
really good
I mean,
first,
Florence
right?
Pugh is A-list in my dreams.
Well, yes. And I think for a lot of people, she's fantastic. But I mean, I think this movie's going to be all about, and thankfully it's not like one of the most expensive Marvel movies. So it's going to be all about word of mouth. But I got to tell you guys, I think this thing looks so good so far. And listen, they need it. They need it. Because, and not just Marvel, Disney kind of needs it. I mean, since we've had Deadpool and Wolverine, which was an unmitigated global victory, and I got to say, the new Daredevil is fantastic. I'm loving the new Daredevil. But I mean, between Mufasa, which made money, but I didn't think was very good. Captain America Brave New World, I didn't think was very good. Moana 2 was good, but not nearly as good as I was kind of hoping it would be. So it would be really nice to see something really jump off the screen. You know what I mean? So we'll see how that goes. Anyway, guys, question is for you. What do you think about this? These new trailers, I think, are wonderful. How do you like them? Have they built your excitement for it, or are you just ready for the movie already? Whatever you guys think, jump down to the comment section below and let us know your thoughts. Hey guys, thanks so much for watching this video. Make sure you like the video, leave a comment, and subscribe to our channel. And don't forget, we have a daily podcast called the John Campea Show podcast, available on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or your favorite podcasting app of choice. Go and subscribe to it today so it'll be there when you need it.